So for this video, I'm going to show you how to download the new Nvidia drivers and not, I repeat, not install the Gforce experience, which is causing a lot of people to crash in Black Ops 4. First thing you need to do is go to the drivers website for Gforce, www.gforce.co.uk. When always playing a new game, you should always have the latest drivers. It's very important. You then have to pick your graphics card. As you can see, I do not have that one. Now, it's kind of important you get the right graphics card because it changes a few things about the driver, not very much. Now, all UK 64-bit, start search. You should know what you've got. If you haven't, you can download that little utility. So select the game ready driver with the latest date and make sure it's the WHQL one. This means it's been certified and tested for Windows. You don't want to get the beta ones unless you're doing experimental stuff, and I really wouldn't advise it. Next, click on the download. There's some highlights here. You can take the time to read those. Should download reasonably quickly. I'll be pausing the video here as I don't really want to talk all the way through this, but I guess I can give you some hints. You should also make sure that other drivers are up to date, but I would avoid doing things like upgrading BIOSes on motherboards unless you know what you're doing, because unless you've got a motherboard which is protected, you can end up losing your motherboard. You can end up bricking it, as it's commonly known, or you can end up putting a BIOS in it that isn't 100% compatible. So I would avoid BIOS upgrade utilities unless you know what you're doing. The BIOS on the graphics card will be updated by the drivers if it's required, so you don't need to worry about that. Another thing is the people who've been experiencing this problem have been experiencing this problem in Black Ops 4. Now the reason it is it's the Gforce overlay. My advice for this is to not install the Gforce experience at all. I use OBS for recording my videos and I use an internal capture card, but you can use OBS with the Nvidia driver for the codec. That will allow your graphics card to do the encoding for you without using the Gforce experience. That overlay has caused me many problems in many games. Many games slow down, and just like the Xbox overlay, which I have another video on, you should definitely disable it. Disabling it is paramount to performance. Also, do you really want Nvidia collecting data on key mapping, what keys you push, what order, how often, heat mapping for your mouse movements, the games you play, how long you play them, when you play them? I mean, if you read the terms and conditions, you can quite clearly see that they're collecting all of this information on you. And at this point, it's equivalent to what maybe the type of data that your antivirus program's collecting on you. Or, if you happen to have it, some of your Logitech keyboard or your Razer mouse software may be collecting on you. Now, how I dealt with them was it's quite simple. Their data collection utility for me is barred. How I did it was I use a program called Pi-hole, which takes all of their data collecting software and places their DNS entries into a hole, as in they're unreachable from my internal network. This is ad blocking at a layer 2 network level, and it's very, very effective. For you, you might just want to enter these addresses in your host file. Therefore, they can't collect any data on you, but you're still going to have the overhead of the software collecting the data, and then it just has nowhere to send it. Personally, I don't think these companies should be collecting this data. I don't think they should be using our computers to collect this data, and I don't think we should be allowing them to do it. It is a concern to me, and it's a concern that they don't make it abundantly clear what the software is doing. The Gforce experience has a performance impact on a product which is supposed to improve performance. It actually is working against you playing the games effectively. And when it messes up big time, like it's doing with Black Ops 4, like it does with Forza Horizon 4. I've had it crash on me. I don't use it anymore. I gave up using it because I'm not using it to capture. I'm not interested in using it for streaming, and above and beyond that, it's just advertising. It's advertising and information collecting. You're the product, it is selling you. What is it doing for you? Any money off and anything can be got from the website. Anything else can be got from the website. The Gforce Experience program, it's share your greatest moments. Get OBS, get XSplit, get something to do the thing properly. There's no need to have this piece of hungry software on your computer collecting stats and data on you. Wow, we will never sell your data. Yeah, I'm pretty sure of that. We'll never sell your data as long as this appears on our webpage. It's one thing you always have to remember. That statement doesn't mean never. It just means we don't think we will. So obviously you have to unpack it into a temporary directory, but the important part when installing it comes out the important part, which is when you're asked which components you'd like to install. You have to select, and I'm going to show you driver only, and do a clean install to remove all previous versions of GeForce Experience and anything else that goes with it. Well, this is going to mess up my recording when I do this, so I'm going to show you what to do, and then I'm going to have to cut the video because only an idiot would try to record whilst trying to update the video drivers. That would be a really dumb thing to do, because it's going to disconnect the graphics card, and then the recording will crash, and then the file will probably be unfinished, and even if OBS manages to close it out, it's going to be awful. So here we go. Install driver only, and in the options, custom and advanced, check that it's not there and tick the perform a clean install. This will remove all of the previous settings, so you're not getting the GeForce Experience, and you're doing a clean install, so it'll remove all previous versions, values and profiles. That'll get rid of anything that the GeForce Experience has left behind, and if you're having any problems with a game crashing, that should hopefully clean them up. From an Nvidia perspective, if your Windows is rotten, your Windows is rotten. I'm going to do a video later on how to clean up Windows if it's broken. I hope you stay around for that. Please rate, comment and subscribe if this video has been helpful, and thank you for watching.